looks like there's a print there, could be from a boot. But it's quite big, like, I mean, that's the size of my foot. I'm a size 7. That would have to be a 9 or something, a 9 or bigger. Not sure if that's, you know, made by a human or what, but, you know, it's interesting. Well, that's a structure I seen the last time. This looks a little bit unfamiliar. It may have been here the last time, I just never noticed it. Look how the 3 saplings with no snapped off come to the same point up there from different directions. Two coming from that way. And that one's been snapped off at the base, which then has been moved towards the central point. So all 3 meet together, and then that's the 4th one, I suppose, which is that one. That's an old break, isn't it? And it's broken off at that side as well. So what the chances be of this tree breaking in a area where there's no other breaks? I heard somebody say lightning on me, a comment on my channel. Well, possibly lightning, but would lightning strike there and break it? Would it strike twice and break it at that side? You've got, this is probably the same tree, but you've got that broken and then broken again there. Underneath you've got, which is possibly part of the same tree, which has been laying in a cross sort of shape and then continues around there, which has been snapped again. I'll have a look on the other side. Right, this is going to give a better look. That's the tree break from the other side. So it's been broken off the main stem. It's broken there as well. The other part of the tree, which I'm assuming is the same part of the same tree, goes underneath and is broken there. And that's the top of the tree. Very strange that, like. And it doesn't look like it's been sawn or anything, does it? It just looks like it's been broken at either end. So your guess is as good as mine. There's another tree break. Which looks like it's come off that one there. Well, that could have been struck by lightning. What about that one? You see, lightning never strikes twice in the same place. And this one here, which sort of goes down that way, ram at the back of it, which has been snapped off there. And they're old brakes, like. Ah, it's just an eerie place, this, like. Prints I'm looking for. I'm a size 7. there's any toe marks or anything. Don't think anything to be seen there. My foot. Picture. It's weird, isn't it? But something must have stood in there. Something made that print. It's not very distinguishable, like, but it's a flat area. Which, incidentally, that track is just down there. This obviously is going to be a lot older, like. It's part of the same tree, isn't it? Two limbs coming off at the bottom from the same roots, but about 4 foot up, snapped off. Unusual, isn't it? And at the bottom of it, or what would rather be at the bottom, or I should say the top, snapped off again, isn't it? And a bit goes that way, and that's over that way like that. So you've got that bit stuck on there, another part of it going at an angle across there, and then you've got the main part of the tree. Could it be lightning again? Or could it be people? I couldn't see anybody with enough strength breaking that mind. I mean, that's about 6 inches thick. 5 or 6 inches perhaps. Goodness. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, just for argument's sake, that is a track. Where's it going to? It's going towards that channel, isn't it? Which to me looks like it's which is lower down obviously, but if I was walking in these woods, I'll be walking along here. You know, it's a trackway, isn't it? It's a highway in the woods. You know, you walk through here, you're walking in amongst all the trees, and if you're a tall creature, you know, you've got to navigate your way through, you know, low hanging branches which are sticking out. What would be easier? There you go, and you've got a path ready made in the forest. All the trees are similar. They're all planted at the same time. It's a plantation. Now, a lot of trees which are snapped and pushed over like this. See that there? That would have had to been done when the plantation was young. You know, but when you look around, all the other trees are at a different stage of development, which means they're a lot older. So this was done at one time. All the trees in this area would have been the same thickness as that. But I mean, look at that. How it's been snapped there. There's another one snapped off going that way. And that sort of snapped at where it goes up and down like a zigzag, doesn't it? And then up there. Weird. And that's just a few metres away from where the footprint, or suspected footprint is, alleged footprint, whatever. And then over that direction, where I came from, is the drainage ditch or whatever it is. But what I think I'll do is I'll have a look over there, because it's quite low lying. Maybe boggy, I may find a track or two. But I want to get a couple of pictures of this. Look at it, man. Not weird. Quite possible. Well, that looks like 3 trees. Them two that's come off is actually 1 tree, and that, well, there's 2 trees there, say. It's quite possible, you know, it's had a dodgy rootstock, which it's looking like it has. The roots hasn't had much of a hold and it's keeled over. I mean, that's understandable, isn't it? But then you look here, and that's been snapped from there, hasn't it? And I mean, that's about, that would have been a healthy tree when it was done. Look at that, man. It's my height, 5'6". And what would that be? 12 foot, something like that. More than double my height, like. So, how's that happened? Lightning? Possible. Is it possible for lightning to keep striking in the same place in the forest? Because where I am here, I've travelled in about 100 metres, sort of like area, and I've already found multiple tree breaks, possible print, you know. Unusual, isn't it? Yet more evidence to support the fact that there could be some kind of animal snapping these branches down, or I should say these trees down. It's got to make you think, isn't it? I mean, something else as well. I mean, that's old. Well, that's been snapped off a long time. Now, someone's been through here at one point, walked through here and done the same there, snapped that, that's why it's hanging down. And if I was to keep walking a bit farther, I'll probably find more that have been snapped like, but the fact that these two have been snapped 2 metres apart hasn't happened by accident, has it? And here, it's another one. Been snapped and just lying, hanging down. Another tree break. All within a few hundred yards of each other, as the other ones are showing you. Yeah, out see there are molehills. Bit of a trackway here. See that? Not sure what caused that. Looks like another track on the inside of the larger track. But whatever it was, something's walking through here. Tell by how they're quite flat like, isn't it? Areas where it's been flattened out. Yeah, it looks like those 2 trees are falling down because it didn't have a very good stable rootstock, but those 2 there, they've been snapped at the base of the tree. They're not very small trees either, as you can see. I'm only a few yards from that double tree break, and you've got this. I mean, it looks like something's been gnawing, or you know, shredding away at the bark. You know, it looks like it's been chewed at, doesn't it? Right there. Someone's been gnawing away at it. Could someone have been pulling away at the bark to get at the grubs? Because I mean, this stump, it's punky, it's rotten, you know, but someone's been pulling away at it, or chewing away at it to get at the grubs, I would have thought. And that's just been pushed through there. I mean, that tree, this thing here, this is off this, and that's just been laying against that healthy tree with the two, I don't know if it's part of the same tree or not, coming away in a kind of right angle. So bloody strange, I tell you. There's some over there as well. You can understand, like, you know, things being blown over. There's a few of them gone over, like, there, which is very close to this area. There's a lot of creaking going on in this part of the forest. God knows what's snapping these trees here. Seems to be loads that have been snapped in this area. Quite possibly high winds, like, you know, this big tree here, you know, looks like it's this big tree here looks like it's keeled over, its rootstocks nearly come out of the ground, and you can imagine that's come over and it's pushed these other trees down. As you can see, they're bowed over in a kind of arc, so you can understand this part, this what's happened here with this big tree going over. It's basically forced them several trees to go over as well, which haven't actually snapped yet. But I mean, look at that, man, you've even got like a small tree there which is dead, but you've also got this other branch which has been snapped over, snapped there in the middle. You know, that's been put there because there's no actual root there. Just all around here, man, it's all keeled over or snapped trees. You just get the impression that they're going to snap any time soon. You know, they could go any time, those. You know, they're under some strain there, like. And as they get older, I suppose, you know, they're going to get more brittle and eventually they're going to snap. And perhaps maybe that's it. You know, like, eventually they will snap and then spring back. And that's a tree break, it's say 30 foot high. That one there, I don't know what that is, maybe about 30, 40 foot high. Nothing on the top of them ones, that one there. You know, it is possible with some of these, in fact all of these I suppose, you know, one big one's blown over and it's made the other ones go over as well, and eventually they snap. And that's where that one's come off. I mean, what could have caused those two trees to bend in an arc all the way around to there? They look dead, like, but they're just bent. Nothing's leaning on them. Nothing looks like it's forced them to bend over. And it looks like they've crossed over at that point there. And now, like, wedged between the trees going up. Yeah, they're arched over here. They're not actually wedged in those trees that are coming up. Those ones here. But look at that. The tops of those trees have been snapped off. 3 of them I can see of. Roughly the same place. All 3 trees, about 2/3 of the way to the top of them. And you've got like just sticks. I mean, these could be the tops of those trees, or other trees. I don't know. Just been kind of, those ones have been snapped as well. You just feel like at any time something could fall down on your head. You know, going off all the creaks and the noises of the wood. Some of them must be under a hell of a lot of pressure or strain from the other trees which are lying on top of them. Another look at that stick structure behind us. I'm saying stick structure, it looks actually like, you know, the wind's brought a large one down and it's forced the other ones to kind of like bow down but haven't actually snapped yet. Plenty of widow makers in this wood, I tell you. Sleeping around about here, you're likely not to wake up the next morning, like, because something sooner or later is going to fall on top of you. See, that one's been picked and then dropped. That one's been trampled on. See, that one's been picked and just looks like it's been picked off there, doesn't it? And just dropped. That one as well. Could have been somebody walking through here and caught it with their boots or whatever. Not to be eaten under any circumstances. You won't live to see tomorrow. Right, let's get out of here. There's more investigating to be done. You know, if I waited here long enough, would I see something cross? I'd probably wait here a very long time before I see something. Or am I going to get better luck in there where you can't see more than 20 metres in front of you? My instinct tells me, you know, to walk on these tracks, but at the same time, just because it's easier. But I know all the action's going to be in the woods.